Show. Adrian.
Hi, Lucy. I am here on the lawn of Centre Block of Parliament Hill, where a story that we were working on yesterday has had a lot of developments over the last 24 hours. An action by a group of Indigenous people and their supporters to really demonstrate their opposition to Canada 150 celebrations is evolving. The group first erected a teepee on Wednesday evening at the east entrance of Parliament. They later moved the teepee, though, to the west side of the Canada Day stage just behind me here, and that's where it has been for the last little while. Now, this afternoon, they tried to erect a second teepee, but they were prevented from doing so by the police. Take a look.
We are simply trying to provide basic shelter for the people that are here. Nothing more. Nothing more. We came here to conduct a ceremony, and we want to conduct that ceremony. We want the entire ceremony to take place. And we don't want whoever it is that's calling the RCMP and telling them to interfere with ceremonies that we've conducted for thousands of years to keep doing that. Shame.
Police have actually confiscated some of the poles for that structure, so tensions here are high. Demonstrators are frustrated. They say Canada 150 is not a time for celebration, but a time to reflect and recognize the pain and suffering Indigenous people in Canada have faced. Now, our Jennifer Chevalier has been following the story all day, and she joins us now. And Jennifer, what can you tell us? What's happening?
Well, as you said, there's a lot of moving parts in this story today. First of all, the teepee was moved last night to the location behind us with the help of police. Then this morning we heard from Regional Chief Isidore Day that the teepee was going to come down tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I asked the protesters about that, and they said maybe they hadn't made a decision as a group about that yet. Then on top of all of this, today they had a surprise visit from Justin Trudeau. The Prime Minister spent almost 40 minutes in the teepee talking with 4 Indigenous youth about their demonstration.
Prime Minister, what's your message in coming out here today?
A message of respect and reconciliation.
After the PM left, demonstrators who were in the teepee explained what happened.
We just let Justin know that we want to hold him accountable.
I think that we are glad that he did come and say that what we did is very, very important. And, he did bring up a good point that no time, in the past have prime ministers met with people who are doing something like this.
But later there was criticism from some Indigenous youth about Trudeau's impromptu visit.
It's unfortunate that he came without giving tobacco, because that's protocol. To show up unannounced without an offering, it could have been handled a little bit better.
Some tourists on Parliament Hill stopped to chat with the protesters about the teepee and why it's here.
I think that it's very important that as non-Indigenous we listen and respect their cause.
But none we spoke to felt it would change how they would celebrate Canada 150.
Not in the least. I mean, we're able to speak in Canada and voice our views, and that's all part of it.
So, Jennifer, what do we know about the second tent?
Well, it's still unfolding behind us right now. But what we do know is that one of the organizers told me that they always had the second tent with them. They wanted to use it as a structure to protect their belongings and their supporters, but they were told by police it was either the teepee or nothing. So they've been in negotiations to put up the second tent. Then this afternoon, when the rain started to come down, they said they abandoned the negotiations and tried to put it up anyway. At one point, you can see the tarp behind here. The police were physically standing on the tarp to make sure the tent didn't go up. And then when we came back just a short while ago, I don't know if you can see, there's a truck here, and the protesters have put their belongings in the truck to keep them dry.
Yeah, there are a fair number of people here. I would say there are probably about 120 people here, and more people seem to be streaming in. So.
Yeah, and lots of people are having conversations. They're talking to some of the Indigenous people here. There are conversations happening, so we'll wait and see how this unfolds for the rest of the day.
Okay, Jennifer, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is Jennifer Chevalier.